Okay, looks like we're live. How's it going, y'all? This is day 26 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Just putting a sticky note on my monitor real quick. Yeah. So the task list for today is pretty much the same as yesterday. I'll be doing the leetcode daily. I will continue messing around with, or I guess like trying to finish implementing the HR to MIR stuff. And then if time permits, and if energy permits, I might take a look at the LLVM open source stuff that I mentioned starting. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into it. Alright, hopefully this one doesn't take me another hour, although I fear it's going to take another hour. Oh no. Is this gonna be like annoying math game week? Is that this week's leetcode theme? Is that what's happening? I sure hope that's not what's happening. That would suck. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Given a 2D array queries where queries i's of the form LR, each one defines an array consisting of elements ranging from L to R. In one operation, you can select two integers, A and B, in the array, replace them with that. So you can just bit shift 2 to the right, it looks like. Determine minimum number of operations required to reduce elements to 0 for each query. Okay. Oh, the camera is doing camera things. 1 second. Let's do this. Okay. Back in business. Yeah, okay. So you can probably do some sort of like prefix sum stuff that I'm thinking about, at least at a glance. 2.6, I want to look at this case. We could probably do some sort of prefix sum thing, I think. Or not even prefix sum. Actually, we could do prefix sum. So let's do vector int. And then this is, what do we call this? Prefix, I guess. Oh, actually no, this doesn't work. I just realized. Cause we already know the numbers. So the idea is we can like pre-calculate each number. But what's like the not slow way to go about that? Or just like do that without repetitive computation. I guess we could do it the naive, non-caching way for now. Yeah, okay. So we have So this is inclusive, yeah. So I equals pair 0, I is less than pair 1, or less than equal pair 1. So what are we doing here? We should. Where's int cur? And int that's equals 0. Is there a way we can just find the leftmost bit? Because that would make the math easier. Or wait, we want to return long. Let's do that, and then we can do that preemptively. Okay. Reduce all elements of the array to 0. Oh, but we can't even do like a simple divide by 2. This makes the math a little bit annoying. Okay, this. let's skip this song. It's that one. I want to remove that from playlist. Yeah, I extended the Spotify playlist a little, so hopefully it's a little bit less dry and repetitive. What's good, Mr. Pillar? It's good to see you. I am staring at this problem, and I don't really know how to make it fast, or how to do it properly. I'm gonna pop a hint. Okay, I guess that, yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That doesn't really do a whole lot. Does the compiler that you're making not exist, or is it just for fun? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, in the sense that, like, does the project exist, or is it, like, recreating something? Or... it's the latter. I'm making it to learn. Like, there's a lot of C++, or I guess like a lot of C compilers that already exist. But I figured it's at least important for me to try building it from end to end again. So, yeah, hopefully I learn a little bit more for that. I'm just gonna look at the editorial, honestly. I don't really have the mental bandwidth to solve this right now. Did you start from 0? No, I have taken a compilers class before. And I implemented some front-end stuff and some back-end stuff, but I've never gotten a chance to really do a lot of middle-end work. So that will be that's like pretty much the main focus of the compiler, but I still need to get to that point, I guess. Sure, so then... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I wrote it completely from scratch, or at least I've been working on it completely from scratch. I've been like looking at reference resources to sort of inform how I design it, but I guess the only external dependency I have is like a parsing generator. Oh wait, am I overcomplicating this? Can A and B be the same? What's good, John? Good to see you. This doesn't specify if A and B need to be the same. So I mean, we can... Yeah, okay. Alright, so what is happening here? Wait, what? Wait, this is just as unreadable. Nlog R, okay. Kevin. Everyone put a Kevin in the chat for Kevin. Okay. Yeah, so this makes sense. This makes sense. Binary number of length x, we need that many operations. Yeah, that makes sense. Calculate total number of operations for all numbers in a given range by iterating over all binary lengths. We calculate the total number of operations in that. Yeah. Okay. So that roughly makes sense. Is there a way to like do a little bit of caching here? So for each query we get okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it's like kind of prefix summy, but not really. Is there a better way to do this? This feels very repetitive, at least. Let's see if anyone has another idea. Oh, wait, that's smart. Wait, I didn't think about that. You can, yeah. Yeah, okay, wait. Wait, how didn't I think of that? That's like the most obvious thing to do here. Wow. Wait, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we're doing that. So, let's start over. We need that still, but we need... So we want to pre-compute. So we want... let's see. Int size... 4 bytes, okay. Yeah, so then 16 is the maximum size that we would need to pre-compute things for. So let's do std our array of int and size 4, or not 4, size 16. And this, we'll call this pre? Naming things is like the #1 hardest thing for me, I feel like. So let's do prefix, I guess. So for int I equals 0, I is less than... Actually, do you want size 17 because we need to account for 0? No, 0 should be trivial, surely. So we can do I less than 16, I plus plus. We can do it like this for now. If I need to, I'll extend it more. Naming things in cache invalidation, true. There's a joke about like writing multi-threaded code somewhere as well. I can actually do one here. Array, is there a default value constructor? That's not. Oh, yuck. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're just gonna do this, and then array 0 equals 1. I can just do that. And all these numbers are at least 1? Yes, okay. Yeah, so this is fine. Pthread? Yeah, Pthread's kind of hard, man. Okay, so then for auto pair in this const auto pair pairs. Actually, how did we use this again? What did this guy do? Yeah, so he did pre-compute it, and then we just reiterate over it. Okay. Wait, that's really funny, actually. That feels a little bit yucky. so how do we... Oh wait, this is wrong as well, by the way. I just realized. So what does this guy do? Oh, I see, okay. Okay. Oh, I think I kind of see what's happening here. That's fair enough. So I guess I'm gonna draw this out. So we have like X array of numbers. Let's just do this for now, temporarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. So we have an L and an R. We're just gonna make these separate layers. So L starts at, so L is that, R is that, I guess. So yeah, so the L value in here is the maximum of this L pointer and the current power value. So here it would be 1, and then R would be the min. So oh wait, so we're literally just like iterating over everything, and then for the values that are less than R, greater than L, and within the range, question mark, that we account for those values, I think is roughly what's happening. This is it's definitely a little bit sloppy, but what keyboard do you have? It is a Keychron V3 with Gateron Oil Kings. So we want L equals pair 0, R equals pair 1, and then you could even just people like the keyboard, what can I say? We're actually gonna iterate through this differently. So we have curve power is 0. Yeah, this seems roughly correct. What's good, MD? Good to see you here. So for each value, if while I less than as well cur how, or I guess prefix at cur how is less than I. Yes, less than I. Then we want to pow plus plus, it looks like. And then we also want cur equals 0 here. So then we can just add, cur pow to it, I think. I think we can just do that. And then res plus equals cur pow cur divided by 2. Is this correct behavior? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's not called array. It's called prefix, silly. This also needs to have a +1 to handle odd number. What's happening here? We can just do that. And we can say bye to the const. Which famous firms offer compiler rules? Some are like Apple, NVIDIA. I think Microsoft has some for like TypeScript, but Lord knows what's happening there. Pair 0, pair 1. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's see how slow this is as well. Oh, okay. Why is that wrong? Programming feels nice with no AI or LLM involved. Yeah, it definitely feels like, it feels more like I'm actually like doing the work, which is at least enjoyable to some degree. What's going wrong here? Why is this wrong? Let's do that, I guess. Yeah, MD's got a good list in the chat. Yeah, this seems like a good place to start testing. One is 0. Wait a second. No. One should not be 0. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1. Yeah, 1 also needs a shift actually. Interesting. What exactly is a compiler rule though? That is true that most are open source, but there's some that are like some sort of closed source. Like one example is NVIDIA's compiler for CUDA. It's based on LLVM, but it's mostly it's pretty much closed source. And another like, I guess another part of it is like, if there are X features that are required that need to be in like the main LLVM code base, compiler engineers, I think, sometimes implement them there, or I guess like implement them for their for whatever proprietary use, and then get it upstreamed into the larger open source code bases. I think like that workflow happens a lot with the Swift compiler, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is pretty much all C and C++. There's like some exceptions here and there though, but at least in terms of like LLVM, I've been mostly looking at C and C++. That's also I'm doing LeetCode in C and C++ actually. So what's going wrong here? Does this need to be equals as well? Oh wait, I have to print. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Well, oh, time limit, okay. Thank goodness. So hopefully, hopefully this doesn't do that. I really hope. Oh no. Okay. So we can't do it that way. Are you thorough with the documentation and everything? I am becoming acclimated to it. I'm not particularly amazing at it yet, but I've been doing learning. I've been learning a lot. How do we make this faster? Why is this so slow? Oh, because we have to iterate that many times. Yeah, okay. So how do we skip that? Oh, we actually should just iterate across the powers instead. That would be way easier. Yeah, this was the slow way to do it. So we have int L equals pair 0, R equals pair 1, and then cur equals 0. And then I don't understand what's happening here particularly. Oh, I kind of see this actually. I think I kind of get it now. So let's actually, in this example, let's move L to here, or even like here. So we're iterating across the powers, which I guess this is a really bad example. This doesn't make sense anymore. So t is the actual value, and then r minus l plus 1 is the number of values within the range. And then these are setting the bounds on that range, I think is what's happening. So we can let's do for auto prefix, or we need I. Oh, or no, int I. Less than 16, I plus plus. So we need s plus equals not res, we need cur. So we need to multiply this thing to add I times I guess we can do int power equals oh, power is prefix of I. So we have I times, so the left bound we want to be the max of the two, And then the right bound we want to be the min of the two, because if it's out of bounds, we want to disregard, it looks like. So we want max of power and L minus other, actually, I think we want to start with the min first. Min for power and R minus that. Yeah, because R is the higher bound. So we want, oh, I guess we do need to calculate these separately then. Int cur L equals that. I feel pain when I see auto used. I actually quite like auto because there's some types that are just annoying to type. Especially just like once I get back into like actual compiler stuff. There's some like just gigantic types, or just like really annoying types to remember. And auto is also arguably more maintainable because it like decouples from implementation a little bit as well. What problem are you solving? This is today's daily. Solving is a relative term though, because I gave up quite quickly into this one. So I've like looked through a couple of editorial / solutions. All the best, dude. I landed as an intern recently at Gem Trading. That's really cool. I feel the work there is quite similar to the work in compiler since they improved the C++ compiler for reduced latency, so you might be interested as well. That's good to know. I might apply for some of those then. I didn't know that a lot of quant firms have like explicit compiler dev roles either. So that might actually that might expand the range of firms I look at least. Thank you for letting me know. So if cur L is less than equal cur R. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I'm gonna use the mouse here because I'm lazy. Let's do that. So if that, then we res plus equals, not res, cur plus equals, we want I times cur R minus cur L plus 1. So that should be good. Oh, that is not good. What's the difference between C and C++? C++ is pretty much like, so I guess to start with, C++ is a superset of C. C is like a very minimal language. It's very close. It very much mirrors just like a lot of, or I guess it has a lot of control over memory, but like in a very direct sense. Whereas C++ implements more like I guess like object-oriented philosophies. Yeah. That is like the highest level explanation I can give because I can't really think of anything more concrete right now. Are you a philosopher? No, I am not. What is wrong here? You look like Confucius. Thanks. I don't think he had purple hair, but +1? No. we want. Okay, I'm gonna look back at the solution because I really can't tell what's going wrong here. Yes, we can get away with 1 here because 0 will be 0. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, I see. L would have to be of I minus 1 because we want this to span the range of each prefix value. So that roughly makes sense. And it's still wrong. What's going wrong here? Why is this wrong? Well, time to do more printing. Let's stop staring at the solution here. Per R minus per L plus 1. Across semicolon. Which situation do you feel more uneasy? I mean, I already have my pretty girl, so. What the hell? What? What the hell? Okay, let's just put this in a block real quick. What? Go. We have 5 and then 7. Plus 1 divided by 2. What happens if I just get rid of the... This shouldn't be correct. Yeah, okay, so it's not correct. Wait a second. I spent way too long on this problem, I can't lie. I'm sorry. (20, 21, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23). That should be... yeah. Yeah, okay. So we do need the +1 there, but then... So why are these getting to be wrong? So 1 times 2 here is correct. So 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. There's one extra number somewhere here. How did this happen? Why is there an extra number? Oh, am I forgetting like a -1 somewhere? Yeah, I am forgetting a -1 here. Why is there a -1 there? Oh, because it's inclusive, that's why. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, this problem's a little bit embarrassing on my end, apologies. Oh, come on, that needs to be a long, doesn't it? We can also get rid of the print output. What am I? Oh, damn it. What? Okay, these should be int. It's also int. We can make this a long. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm really bad at writing C++, guys. Guys, I'm really bad at this. That's enough of that problem. I guess that is why I do leetcode, so I can get better. But like, damn, I suck. Okay. So now real compiler work. Yeah. So. Yeah. Last night I did do some work. Because it was like 2 AM and I decided that is peak compiler writing time. Yeah, so the 2 things I did were I fixed the implementation of operators, or I guess like operator loading, because I put like the implementation of the thing in the header in the wrong file. So I fixed that, and then there was some like some awkward code that I wrote somewhere. It was in, I think, it was in here, I think. Move. Yeah, so here, instead of having like the vector of functions moved into the or I guess using the move for the vector of functions, I was just like copying them over and then clearing the existing one. So I replaced that with a move now, so it should be marginally better and less ugly. So yeah, that's all I did last night at least. I also started implementing the rest of these visitors. So I got return implemented. But in this I was like, what do you do with the name here? Because we're not really like looking things up with names. We're literally just passing around values. Or we're passing around like the literal pointer. So name seemed a little bit awkward, so I was like, So I've temporarily added like, I've temporarily done this like init basic block thing, which sets the basic block name to like the current free ID. And we're just like incrementing the number as we go. So every time we like add a variable or a basic block, we just like we just use the next number, which is a bit of an ugly solution, but it exists. You suck, bro. Some people can't even do mediums in this time. Chill. I appreciate this sentiment, but I'm calling it as I see it. So what we want to do here, so I guess I just have this temporarily here. I'll worry about fixing that up today probably. But I was working on, actually I should step back and explain the whole project just for y'all that are new here. So the overall project is a compiler that goes from from a really limited subset of C code down to x86-64 assembly. And the focus of this project is on the algorithms and the modern compiler design architecture. So things like, the software engineering, such as like using like the visitor pattern to separate concerns more clearly. And then like the 3-level compiler design, so splitting up the front end, back end, and middle end. And then in terms of algorithms, the big one I care about is like SSA construction and destruction. And then also like some other small things in the back end, like register allocation and tree tiling for instruction selection. Is this your first compiler? I have made a compiler for one of my classes before, but that focused mostly on the front end and the back end, and I didn't really get a chance to do a lot with the middle end with that. So I'm hoping to alleviate that with this project. So what I'm working on right now is the stuff that converts one of my higher level memory representations of the C program into the optimizer language. So we have like a bunch of different instructions here. The repo's on GitHub if you wanted to like look at this stuff more closely, but we pretty much just have like binary operations. We have a we have like function calls, and we have like basic variable stuff, but that's pretty much it for now. I'll add like more formal memory accesses in the language later. So last stream I implemented most of the algorithms or I guess like most of these functions to convert the higher language into this optimizer language. Yeah, this is like a very short list of the possible instructions. Actually, I can even just, as an example here, so I have like this separate side repo that I'm like doing a little bit of hand testing with, and I intend on like doing formal like unit tests / like regression tests at some point. But an example file here is, which one does this currently use? This uses scope uses. Yeah, so like this is like the limits, I guess like pretty much the limits of this language. I guess I'll add like a but so it's like we have just like basic arithmetic. So we have like add, minus, times, and bitwise and so far. We also have like scopes in the front end here, and then the other thing we have is, yeah, we have function calls. So that's all we have right now. There's no control flow yet. That is a future me problem. I imagine most of that work is in the front end, so I'm trying to skip that for now at least. So if we take this program here, and then I have like a, oh, this is not the right directory. So I have like a make file in this, and this pretty much just like copies the build from the main project repo into here, and then it runs it on one of the tests. So if I run make here, this prints out the, I guess like the desugared memory representation of the C program. So you can see how like a lot of the stuff maps one-to-one here. So we have like these variable declarations. We have this which maps onto these ones, and then so on and so forth. We can do this with like another. I can maybe like make a more comprehensive test. Test everything, or sample, I guess. What are you using to code this? I'm using NeoVim. So we can let's take this for now, and then let's add like int 64t foo, and then we can pass in like int a turn a, I guess, int e equals a times 3 return b as an example here. I was a little bit lazy with the parser, so I don't have like proper operator precedence parsing set up, so we just have to like break everything up, which like really sucks, but I mean, sure. This should be valid at least. I think I implemented stuff for this, so we can even condense this down a little bit more. We can do like int f, and then we have f equals, because I haven't implemented it for everything yet. So we have f equals foo of, let's do it with like e. Let's make this like plus as an example. So let's see if we can run the stuff on this. Wait, what? Oh, so it's not a valid program for some reason. What am I missing? Let's move that up there as well. Yeah. Yeah, bear with me for a second while I refigure out what my syntax here was. Test sample. Oh, does that not exist yet? It might not exist yet. That's really funny. Yeah, this is a little bit miserable, but like it is what it is. Oh no, it does it exist? Oh no, it does exist, yeah, so we can just do that. Let's actually just steal these two. And then how did I do like calls? Oh, I don't have I don't have function parameters yet. That's why this is a little bit stupid. So we can let's just like do this for now. It's really ugly, but it will do. Yeah, so let's pull this back out. Yeah. Oh, we're missing something here. I've made a malformed program again. What's going wrong here? Test calls. F equals foo. This should be valid. Wait a second. Wait, this is a bigger issue than I initially expected. I would not trust my code quality. It is quite bad. Yeah, it's quite abysmal, I would say. Test calls, I think, was the one. Oh, make file. Oh, that's seg faults. Interesting. Why does that seg fault? Okay, well that's something else I need to resolve. I'll figure that out later though. That might be like an after hours thing for me. I have to get this program correct now. Oh right, this syntax doesn't exist yet. Yeah, youch. Please do not ask me for an autograph. I am Ben. That is my name. What's good, Tryhard Casual? Welcome to the stream. So we want to change this there. Okay, so this at least works now. This still seg faults for some reason. I need to worry about that. But this is like pretty much the memory representation of this program here. So what I want to do is so we have like these sorts of instructions. These are all like defined in this file here. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit brisk through this because I've like spent a while explaining. But now I'm trying to convert that down to the middle end IR. Yes, I am a zoomer. Okay, so the first thing I need to do here is I need to restructure this because I made a bad choice here. Do you think decoupling can ever be bad? I think there are some instances where it doesn't make sense. I think like this kind of goes towards like I guess like people's tendency to just want to avoid repeating code altogether in a similar sense, as in like sometimes it's okay to like do a little bit of duplicity here and there. I think that's like the biggest example of where decoupling can be bad. If there's like duplicity that, if there's some duplicity that you would want to, or that like you're inclined to get rid of, but is like kind of necessary in some way. Actually, I have an example. Actually, I don't have an example here anymore. So what do I want to do here? I want to, let's do we want to do that. Run a forward declare function. I think. Do we want to? Actually, can we just import the other header? Does it let me do that? No, it doesn't let me do that. Okay, so I do need to just forward declare something, I think. But let's fix this first. What do I want to fix here? Let's get rid of that. We don't need ID anymore. We can give names on the fly. Also, functions low-key. Do we need IDs for that? I don't think we need it for now. Let's just do that even. No, I should try to, I might actually just make this a string now with name because I want to preserve that info. I don't think I need to like separate it out, so I think it's fine to just store them here at least. Are there any padding issues here? I don't think so. I guess if there are, I don't really care about them right now. Okay, so we've redesigned what a program is. So now we need to change the actual implementation here because some things don't exist anymore. So we have name now. So this is name. Can I just move here? I think it auto moves, right? Surely. Okay. What am I missing here? Type, name, did I write this? Oh, that's what I'm missing. Can I steal your IQ? I feel like that would be counterproductive because I don't think my IQ is particularly great. Okay, this seems roughly right. I'm gonna ask if I can like move the string. Actually, no, I don't need to. I don't particularly know what IQ I've gotten. I don't particularly care either. Being able to make a compiler does not make me smart. It just means I've like done a lot of reading. Let me just ask chat if I need to use a move here. Let's see it. And then how do I construct this? I should probably just use a move here, even. Probably use a move here and then do I call it in here? Yeah, we don't have function ID anymore. Yeah, this seems roughly right. I'm gonna need y'all to chill in chat. I appreciate the venter, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being here, but let's try to avoid this a little bit. Oh, we should get rid of this. We should get rid of this stupid free ID thing. We don't need that anymore. And then where do I make the basic block? I make it here. We can get rid of that now. Would the move require... Oh wait, I should just make it take an R value. Yeah, I should just make the constructor take an R value. That's smart. Yeah, I should do that. How long did it take you to learn this? The raw concepts, I think, are combined like year on and off. The C++, I think most of the stuff was across like a month actually. Like I think like the C and C++ fundamentals I learned in like 1 quarter. That's like 10 weeks or so, but like the more modern C++ features I think I only recently started learning about. Just like distinctions like what R values and L values are, smart pointers, just like things that embody modern C++, I guess. Those I learned significantly more recently. Oh, actually no, this is fine. This is fine. I don't need to do more insane things. Yeah, okay. So this constructor is fine. I should be... So move in here is good. And then this basic block constructor, I should also use a... I guess all of these things I should be using moves, I think. I think that's the correct thing to do. If someone in chat knows more about C++, and thinks/knows I'm wrong, please let me know. So if I do a move, so if I use move in the constructor and pass something to it by move, is it fine? Okay, that makes sense. Seems roughly right. Yeah, so we don't actually have basic block ID anymore, so that's no longer a problem. Now I'm curious if I could have been using move constructors even earlier in like this stuff. Oh no. Oh no, okay. doing this. We need another one here. This needs to move. Is that it? That's it for here. Okay, that's good there, it looks like. In here. Let's do another move. And that's it. Yeah, okay. Okay, that seems inevitable. Yeah, that should return a copy, I think. I would be very surprised if it didn't return a copy. Or at least I would be surprised for like 2 minutes, and I'd probably think about it, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It looks like that doesn't break anything though, which is good. Should I always be using move in a constructor when there's a vector passed in? Okay, when it's taken by value, okay. Yeah, that seems like it makes sense. I make constructor with move. Do I need to implement it for other types without move? You know what? We're just gonna leave it like this. I think it's fair because these all use like builder functions sort of. So there's not really any like user facing behavior that would be strange thing to worry about. But it's also a little bit finicky, so I might actually just I might undo those changes. We're actually gonna undo those changes, actually. I'm overcooking. Get law, or get diff. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's not fine. I was missing something. It's unmoved here, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's fine, that's fine. I need to get rid of those two still. Yeah, this looks roughly alright. Can I just grep this? Oh, that's the thing. We want move. Oh yeah, that one's fine though. That one is like intentional. It's just that file, yeah. So I think we're fine. I think we've put out most of the fires. This is in here, I think, right? No. This is in here. Yeah, that one makes perfect sense actually. I should do it like that. Yeah. I'll make this logic more complex once we have once we figure out like control flow and stuff, but that's like a future me problem. The other thing I want to change here was I need to get rid of this dumb thing and then this dumb thing. Yeah, because we don't need to worry about like naming things anymore, because we're making a control flow graph. That is roughly what is happening. What's going wrong here now? We don't need that anymore. Yeah, okay. Alright, war is over. Okay. This is the wrong one. Which ones have on-stage changes? MIR. I got H. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's good formatting. Yeah, okay. There's one other thing. I don't need this anymore, because we're just storing the literal names in the functions. So yeah, let's just do that for now. And then, what else do we want to do? Let's keep going on this HR to MIR thing, because we're finally at a point where we can continue progress on this. So I think this constructor is now wrong though. Or I guess we can, no, I need to change that constructor. So war is actually not over yet. ID is not what I'm looking for here. Yeah, there should not be any uint 64T thing in any of these anymore. So let's change this to function. Does this take a list of, okay, it takes a list of function. So we want class class function. I guess we can forward declare that. Yeah, so we need to change this as well to function. Incomplete type. Ah. So do we need to include mir? So we don't need this then, right? Declared identifier instruction mir.h. Oh god, what is happening? We should for declare here, I think. So we want class instruction. Bruh. I think we do need to do it like this. I think this is the for declaration order. Yeah, that diagnostic will just be floating, I guess, which is fine. So you can get rid of cstudent now, I think. I don't think we needed it to begin with. So we need instruction. So we need that. Oh lord, okay. Let's get this slush fixed first. Get rid of that even. We need that and we need terminator. So that for declaration's fine. We can get rid of this here. Yeah, I think that's fair. And then we can include the actual things there. And this header is fine. This we need to change the constructor, it looks like. Okay. So let's have that up here. Let's just find and replace. Let's replace it with function. Yeah, we don't need cstudent anymore either, which is a nice benefit of all of this. So I think that's good. Yeah, we got a little bit of like weird circular declaration stuff, but that's no big deal. Yeah. So that's good, that's good. Yeah, we can just commit everything at once at the end, I think. That might be the play. I'm not gonna worry about like making the commits look pretty and all. So we can finally go back to this Forsaken file. Yeah, there we go. So we want to get, let's fix the name thing first. So I should add like a global for functions. So we have a vector of, or I guess a map, right? So we want this to map from, I think function names in the original were still uint64t, so we can't get rid of that yet, but so we go from that to function. So we have lowered functions. That's what we're gonna call this. Yeah. No type name value. Let's fix this first. I think this should be easier. We want F. I guess we want F. Get name. We want to toString it, and then we want to pass in we want HIR dot get symbol table. I think that's good for that. What's going wrong here? Initialize the parameter of type instruction visitor with L value of char to MIR visitor. What? The type name value in MIR, what? Hi Janine, how's it going? What am I missing here? HR, MIR. I need value, right? Yeah, because the dependency, I changed the order. Yeah, so that's important. This doesn't make sense anymore. This should be function. So we can actually just do load functions dot at we want collie, not collie, we want I get collie get value, I think. Yeah. So then we want to, I don't think we can place back this anymore because we need to like put it in two places now. Actually, let's ask chat. Let's ask ChatGPT per usual. Is it better to just make the object and then put it in both, or in place and then call back to retrieve it to put into the map? Okay. Make shared would be smart. Unfortunately, I've made a really bad design decision, which is not using shared pointers. So we'll have to deal with the ailments of manual memory management. So we want forward functions at we want auto name atom can save that a little bit. So we want name Adam, toString, and then we want get value. Want that to be the function. So we want functions dot back. We want a reference to it, right? Yeah, we would need to do it like that actually. Right? Am I just being dense here? Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, there is an invalidation issue, yeah. This is really irritating. Oh, I can just do this, yeah. I really should just use a shared pointer. That would actually save so much headache. That'd probably be the best way to go about this. Yeah, if I'm gonna like refactor everything to use shared pointers or smart pointers anyway, I may as well do that right now. So we want and our function equals make shared. To include that. So this is of type our function. And this takes in function type name basic blocks. Actually, no. That would be a good thing to do eventually, but for now I don't really care. So we're just gonna it's gonna be really ugly with it. I want to store pointers in this, yeah. Okay. It's gonna reserve how do I do the reserve? Pretty simple. Smile emoji. Yeah, okay. So you can that should be fine then. Wait for me to guarantee no realix. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about this right now. I could theoretically do it like this, but yeah. So we're just gonna do this for now. What else here? What else do I want to add? We figured out the name stuff. Yeah, this is good, I think. Do I want to do this? Does this do what I wanted to? No. I would need this to be a function star, I think. Yeah, and this would need to take a pointer, I think. That really sucks. Okay. So we also want to change that in here, it looks like. Right? No, instruction. That's where we want to change it. No, this is still the wrong one. We need to do it in here because all of my names look the same. So here we want this to be a star. Yeah, I really should have used smart pointers. This was so troll. Oh, I'm also missing that. Let me throw a star in there. Yeah, there we go. So this should be good at least. Yeah, and this should be fine. Yes, this should be fine. But I will want to change two shared pointers in the future, I think. Yeah. So then we can like kind of copy this into here even. Yeah, this does the same thing. Yeah. So we push back current instructions. Yeah, we need that. And then, oh, we need to like set the value. Yeah. So we want to do. I want to resolve this at the front, I think. So we want value. What does this take? So this is in here. Variable equals. Can I just use var even up here? Value, I guess. So I would use variable here, I think. So this is resolve atom, and then we want to take I, get variable. So we've exists, right? Forgot what this function does. Yeah, so this is a load. Yeah, this makes sense. So we need to load, and then we set the thing. We don't even need the load, right? Yeah, we just need a store. I'm actually so incorrect here. Yeah, so let's actually just steal the stuff from here. So this actually gets the value, and now we need to store it. So we have putter, we have value. This is get variable, yeah. So now we make the store, and then we push it back. What changed? Yeah, I see. Okay. So this should be working now. So I think I need to real quick fix a malloc issue, but let's try building this first. Yeah, okay. So there is a, let's make valgrind. See what's going wrong here. Program destructor. And this is for which one? This is for HIR. What do I implement with that? Wait, what? Is there a reason I have that there? Ah, that is why I have that there. Why do I need this? Oh, right, that doesn't exist anymore. Right? So I need that still. Yeah, I still need to call that at least. Get name. It's alloced AST to HR. This declaration. These are already deleted, it looks like. Why are they being deleted already? Is it because of the move? Trigger delete. What's going wrong here? So it looks like it's all compartmentalized HR. Do we even call the thing in here? No, we don't. So it should strictly be limited to the stuff that we've currently done to HIR, just in here. Anything here? So we're deleting instruction declaration. What does that destructor take? Delete variable. Why is this failing? Okay, I'm throwing this in the chat. Or chat GPT rather. Yeah, that makes sense. It's already been freed. How has that already been freed? Stores in a std vector, but also owned elsewhere and deleted manually. I'm gonna give it I wonder if it actually has to do with this move thing. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, I mean that I guess that roughly makes sense. Let's throw that here. I'm not using unique pointer yet because I need to double down on my bad choices. I really should use smart pointers. This is so stupid. This is actually like such a terrible idea to not use them. I feel like I need to get this working first at least before I can do that. Damn it. Okay, well okay. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, so that's fine. What we need to change is this thing. And this needs to be body. And then this. So we do just need to like undo this stuff that I did last night, which was really funny actually. Yeah, I guess that's another anecdotal tally to the say no to premature optimization crowd. Yeah, that doesn't cycle anywhere. Oh my god, anyway. Yeah, so now let's see if this even lowers properly. I still need to make like the 2-string, but let's do that. Set that flag like that. Gonna make those a thing now. Let's add. What's wrong about move? That one's whatever. This one. Everything else I can star end. MIR or more HR to MIR build out plus whatchamacallit, plus restructure MIR to use more pointers, or to be more cfg-y. So we have this, and then we want middle and MIR program. MIR equals HR to MIR, takes in HR. Wait, what? Oh, I need to import. Let's add more flags. Actually, we'll add more flags later. Okay, well, it's seg faults, which is not ideal. Let's make val grind. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's not ideal. Let's try building it with a lighter file. Let's just do like test empty. Bad alloc. So that's definitely happening here. Let me just, I don't know if you this in the chat just to double check that I'm correct. That's not what I want. Wait. Oh my god. Wait, it's the move thing again. It's the stupid move thing again. Wow, I really did not know how move works. That's really dumb. That's really dumb of me. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of knew that, but like, damn. I guess that's a mistake I will not make again. Move. Yeah, there we go. We want per instructions dot clear. We can just do that. Still a bad outlook. That's the only move. I get rid of the move and then here the current when you set your instructions. Yeah, so we can just do that. Wait, what? Okay, we're just gonna feed more stuff to ChatGPT. So I'm quite tired. Right, it should be empty. Oh wait, it has no return. It's empty. Okay, so I'll need to like figure out implicit return adding. Yeah. Let's test this with one line real quick. I think that'll be more amenable. This is difficult. This is difficult, but I'm enjoying the challenge. Yeah, so we're gonna throw this back in the chat actually. Okay, well, so this is an invalid program now. So we can... int e equals 1. There we go. Okay, well, so now it works. Okay. So I guess the bottom line here is now we just need to like... we need to figure out a way to detect malformed programs, I guess. Or invalid programs, not malformed. Okay, so that shouldn't work anymore. Let's try it with just like test sample. That's still seg faults. Why does that seg fault? Let's get rid of this. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? Let's comment that out, and we can get rid of this. That's still seg faults. That's still seg faults. That's still seg faults. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a bad alloc. So we need that. What's different between this and like this? Oh, wait a second. What the hell? Wait, now I'm like doubly confused. Okay, well, so that's seg faulting now. Wait, what the hell? Okay, let's keep this here. Make val grind. Uninitialized value. Oh, wait a second. Wait. I might be looking for the wrong thing in it, I think. That makes sense at least. Right, would it be here? Should be. Okay, so then let's comment this out even. Let's rebuild that. It's free and invalid pointer. What does that mean? Declaration? Just do that, just to see if this even does anything. Okay, so we're not even... I think free invalid pointer comes from error during error handling. Consistency? Yep, very consistent. Why is this breaking then? Let's look closer. Uninitialized value of size 8. Oh wait. We want track origins was yes. Jesus Christ. Let's just, I'm gonna throw this at chat one more time. What? Oh. Wait, what? What are we saying? Let's get rid of that again. Let's try and figure this out more concretely. Actually, we should keep that. Yeah, okay. My keyboarding is a little bit rough, so bear with me here. Okay, we got here once. Let's do that. Got here once again. Let's do two. So because of your consistency, thank you. We got here one, so it's somewhere here. Let's put this in here. Okay, so we got here once. Okay. So which one is, what is this taking? I accept visitor. This should be down like here, right? Surely. In here. Wait, what? Do I even... I think I have an idea of what's going wrong. Yeah, so it's not even getting in there, which makes me think that perhaps this is what's going wrong. Let's give this a try. Okay, that didn't change anything, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised by. Did I define it the same here? Yeah, okay. So I can undo that actually. Why isn't this working? I'm a beginner at coding. These complex programming / coding goes above my head. How do you do it? How do you remember the syntax? It is just a lot of hours and a lot of practice. And like the whole process is like constantly learning. There's a lot of things that I also haven't learned yet. So that's kind of just how it is. So we're not even visiting here. What are we passing? We're passing at test 1 line. So we can uncomment this for now. Decoration. Let's just keep putting this here. And then the only possible other one is up here, I think. Okay, well, let's add none of these. Which is really strange. Test 0 here. Okay, wait, so it gets into what? Hello? So that's where it's breaking? Oh my god, wait. Oh my wait, am I actually like tweaking out here? How do I do it in this one? Okay, so I put this at the bottom for some reason. Yeah, oh my god. Wait, I actually just bought it out. That's crazy. Okay, so there is a constructor there. And then... Did I make a constructor? That's so bot behavior. Okay. I haven't made a constructor. Wait, does this not need to? Wait, what? Huh? How do I even write the constructor for this? Oh, that's it? I can just default it? So I can just do that? Alright, no. Oh, I see. Ampersand to dereference the pointer. Wait. I can't lie, I've like confused myself with what's happening here. I think this is fine, right? Because how did I do it before here? It's at the bottom here. Oh, wait, am I calling the wrong function? Wait, I think I might have actually just completely bought it out. I need to do this, I think, right? How do most vexing parse? There's a thing here. Yeah, this should be fine at least. I'm gonna get rid of these prints prematurely, because I think you've narrowed it down. I'm sure this won't come to bite me in the butt in approximately 5 minutes. Do I need to like explicitly define a constructor? Wait, I thought I override everything, what? Pure virtual. Boss? Oh, wait a second. If this is it, I'm actually gonna be like so upset though. It actually was this. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we figured it out in the end. I should probably just default this real quick. Let's just copy that. Let's paste that in here and default. So this should work now, I think. Okay, well it doesn't crash, which is a good sign, so I think we fixed that. What happens if I just do this? It doesn't seem to crash, which is surprising. I guess that makes sense. So let's give it the full shebang again. Let's give it the test sample. Okay. Well, it doesn't crash, which is good. Make val grind. Okay, nice. So yeah, we did technically hit a success point. You may be wondering, this is still printing out the HIR stuff. Why is this? Why isn't it printing out the MIR or the control flow graph? Or I guess just the IR. The reason why is because I haven't implemented toString for that yet. So that will have to be the next task. For now, I'm gonna clean up this the compiler proper function. So let's uncomment that slash. So now if we make, and then we go back here, it should just do nothing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I think that is a good stopping point for today. I think I've stared at this for quite a second now. Let's just push everything real quick. Finish plus debug jar to debug MIR gen. Clean format. Okay, fair enough. There you go. And then, before I forget, I should push this stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you all for sticking around, especially if you've been here for the whole 2.5 hours. Make sure you like the stream and sub to my channel. It really helps out with the algorithm a lot, and it helps get my content pushed out to more people. And while you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. The link is in the description. That's the best place to chat with the community and to get notified when I go live. Also connect with me on LinkedIn and follow, add, whatever that button is on GitHub, so you can keep up to date with my career stuff. Thank you all for being here. Take care, take it easy. Make sure you drink some water if you haven't, because hydration is quite important. Make sure you get some fresh air as well, because CO2 poisoning is like actually surprisingly prevalent, in the sense that like not having fresh air very quickly actually affects your mental functionality. So yeah, take care of yourselves, take it easy. Bye bye.